Europe is the place of origin of the Western culture. With its ancient and modern history, the continent is best known for its Renaissance arts, humanism, exploration, science, and its modernization. Annually, the continent attracts millions of visitors coming in and out of each country within it. With its beautiful sceneries, stunning artifacts and medieval tourist attractions, the continent is a great place to tour with your family or even a romantic getaway. But make sure to review this list of the top 10 best cities to visit in Europe before heading on a trip. The largest and capital city of Austria, Vienna is known for its classical and contemporary music. It is a home of the renowned musicians like Haydn, Mozart, Beethoven, Brahms, and Mahler. Stay at a hotel overlooking the Opera House, try their well-known sacred torte with Schlag, and visit Gustav Klimt's The Kiss at the Belvedere. Tour around the city and discover its natural beauty. Bruges is sometimes called the Venice of the North. If you want a more historically preserved cities to go to, the city is a perfect place for that. With its 12th to 15th century architectural charm, it is the city of canals. There are stunning churches and museums that portray ancient arts like Michelangelo's Madonna and Child at the Church of Our Lady, and tour around the Frick Museum on Blooming Street. Like any other beautiful cities in the world, Rome is one of the best cities to visit in Europe. Rome is without doubt one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Every year millions of tourists come from around the world to admire the treasures and masterpieces of Roman art and architecture. However, you must also allot more time for your visit, because I'm sure you don't want to miss even a scant thing in the trip. Known as one of the most beautiful cities, Paris is a lively city crowded with heaps of villages. Located on the Seine River, Paris is a cosmopolitan and a major city in the continent. While the tourism elevates each year, new establishments and buildings are appearing. Walk along the old buildings on the cobblestone streets, visit the Cathedral Church of Notre Dame, Sacré-Cœur, and the Eiffel Tower. Taste the city's scrumptious cuisines, go around the newly built restaurants, pubs and cafes, and stroll around the playgrounds, parks and food markets. Enjoy the city like a true Parisian. Only a few hours drive northwest of Italy's capital Rome, at the foot of the Apennine Mountains, stands idyllic Florence. This flourishing Mediterranean city full of historic buildings is one of the highlights of a trip to Europe. Venice is the capital of northern Italy's Veneto region and consists of more than 100 small islands inside a lagoon in the Adriatic Sea. There are no cars, only boats and gondolas. When you arrive at Marco Polo Airport, the easiest way to arrive in Venice is to get a private water taxi. It's more expensive than the train, but much faster and a beautiful way to experience Venice for the first time. London is situated in the southeast of England in the Thames Valley. Home to over 8 million people, the capital of the UK has been an important financial, educational and cultural centre for hundreds of years. Of the many gifts England has given to the world, none has been greater than her language and literature. And if ever there's a city that reads like an epic saga, it's London. The story of London began in the Bronze Age, but it didn't really get going until the Romans withdrew in the 5th century. With just over a million people, Amsterdam is the largest city in the Netherlands, a country most people know as Holland. This multicultural city warmly embraces tourists, with over 1 million people visiting each year. The Dutch are very tolerant and fun to talk with, and everybody speaks English. Did you know that Amsterdam was once a small fishing village which turned to be one of the most significant ports in the world? Berlin is known as one of the most stimulating creative and cultural centers in Europe. Being the capital and cultural center of Germany, the city boasts of their modernization and high-tech industries. Berlin is a world of science, culture, politics and media. During summer, the locals take advantage to play around the city with the decent weather. Berlin has now become a hedonistic center and a most go-to family destination. When in the city, take a tour in the Tiergarten, Mauer Park, and the Volkspark Friedrichshain. One of the best cities to visit in Europe, Budapest is the major city of Hungary and the focal point for the country's politics, culture, commerce, industry and transportation sector. This is a city with youthful vibes, vibrant street art, alternative nightlife, delicious food and so much more.